that work was dangerous, that movement was dangerous then because of the ideas that it created, that the masses, that people on the ground could control their destiny, could decide their future, did not have to participate in the capitalist system and economy by organizing. One of the things we did was we organized people's co-ops, we pooled our resources, and that was a threat to the ruling class in particular because it was an idea that they did not want to spread across the country or around the world. So today, the movements that are starting to develop today represents that same kind of threat now and is receiving that same kind of suppression from the government because the idea of a united people is always detrimental to an oppressor. Well, one of the things is that as a prisoner, I was a political prisoner, and I was a political prisoner for 44 years. And when I arrived in the prison system, there was a tremendous amount of prisoners that wanted to become conscious, that were militant, that were angry, that were rebellious, but did not understand class struggle, did not understand politics, etc. So from day one, it was a teaching experience for me in terms of educating those people that wanted to learn, educating some of the people that didn't want to learn. But at some point, I think that transcended beyond the politics of the situation and the need to restore the humanity of people that were held in captivity, because one of the things that happened to people held in captivity is they're dehumanized. And that's the only way you can actually hold people in captivity is diminish their ability to see themselves as fully formed human beings. So the struggle became one of helping people find their humanity, helping people understand that they had a significant say in what happened to them, and they had some choices that they could make. And this in turn helped then bring them into a political consciousness that allowed them to return back to the community, to be a positive entity in the community, to either help organize the community or at least do no harm to the community. Through that particular struggle over those 44 years, it helped me. It kept me viable, it kept me in contact with people and organizations outside. It kept me engaged in what was going on in the community. It prevented what I call it social retardation, just being separated from your community, your culture, the advances they make and so on. By engaging young people and new people as they came in, it kept me also current, but it also reinforced my spirit because I know I was contributing to the movement that would ultimately change the world. That's the challenge, if I might just say this, that Brazil had been facing, and the reason there was a coup here was because the media was still in the hands of the ruling class and the upper class, and they used that media to create around the world an image of corruption and mismanagement in such a way that they ignored the gains of the masses, they ignored the social programs, they ignored the network that was being built down on the ground by the government, and they used the narrative that they used to eventually create a coup. And I think that's the weakness of not controlling your media, even when you control your streets.